Hey everyone, welcome to this Charts by TRADEway training on how to add a virtual account or link a real account. My name is David Verbruggen. I'm the director of Charts by TRADEway, and I'm going to walk you through this right now. Here we are again at our home screen. Again, the first screen that you see when you log in. Adding a virtual account is very simple. What we're going to do here is hover over research, come back to chart. Again, this is where we spend the majority of our time. And you're going to be looking for a bottom at the bottom left. It may not say exactly what mine does, but at the bottom left, it should say account or something like that. You can see I've already got several accounts added in here, 3 virtual accounts. You can have up to 4 virtual accounts in Charts by TRADEway. What you need to do is click the little plus button here. So click that plus button and it'll bring up options for brokerages. Just click the drop down menu and you can see all the different ones available. You can see at the top here we have 3 different account levels, or I should say account sizes, for TRADEway Virtual, and that's one that I'm going to recommend you choose right now. Choice Trade Virtual is also there, and I do know of more coming in the future. If you have a TradeStation account, you can also get a TradeStation virtual account. But whether or not you have a TRADEway account, you can use their TRADEway virtual platform. So I'm just going to click the $10,000 amount. If you wanted more, you can click more, but to have it be more realistic to where most people have their starting account size, I'm going to click 10,000 right here. Click the box because we always click the box, right? And then click continue. Here you can go ahead and change the name. If you want to leave it as TRADEway virtual account, you can, but I'm gonna name mine Charts by TRADEway. You can name it whatever you want. And then it's kind of fun to select a color identifier. You know what, guys? My favorite color is green. So we're going to go with green right there, just because. Then I'm going to add that account. And boom, here we go. We have a TRADEway virtual account with $10,000 of play money, virtual money in this account. So I can now go into the market and trade stocks, options, whatever, and practice my trading. And I can't lose any real dollars in this virtual account. All I can do is learn. So, I mean, it's fantastic. This is one of the big major advantages to the trading world is that we can practice things without losing and see if they work for us before we go out there and use real money. Now, if you're at the point where you're ready to link a real brokerage account, guess what? You're going to do a very similar process. Come down to the bottom left, click on the button, click the plus button, and then you're going to select one of the brokers that you have your account with. Trade, for example, is one of our newest brokers that links to Charts by TRADEway. And they're one that TRADEway is recommending right now. So if you clicked on Trade, it's going to have you put in the username, password for the account, and then click the box and log in. At that point, your real account, in this case, Trade, is going to link to Charts by TRADEway, and then you can do all of your trading in your Trade account through Charts by TRADEway. So it is literally that simple. Again, plus button, select the correct broker, and there's a few of them in here. E-Trade, Schwab, Trade, TradeStation, Trader Choice Trade. So there's several in here, and there are more that are being added. We've got over double the options now than when I started using Charts by TRADEway, or when I should say when TRADEway got Charts by TRADEway. So we've got more than double in there now. And Tasty Trades who we would recommend at this time. But that is how you add a virtual account, and that's how you link a real account as well. Now, if you needed to ever delete an account, it is as simple as selecting the account. In this case, I've got that virtual account selected here and clicking the minus button. If you do that, and I'm not going to do that right now, but if you do that, it's going to say, hey, hold up now. we want to make sure that you are really intending to do this. Let's make sure this wasn't an error in where you were clicking, and it's going to have you type the word delete to confirm, and then you can confirm that. This is also a way that you can delink a real account if you wanted to do so. So if you want to delink a real account, you could go through that same process, just have it highlighted at the bottom left there as well. Now, here's a quick recommendation that I love to tell all students when it comes to virtual accounts. I recommend that you open up two virtual accounts. The first one, I want you to open up that's going to have an account level. So remember, we chose 10,000 for our TRADEway virtual here. I want you to open up account level that is closest to what your real money account is going to start. So in this case, $10,000, for most people, that's where we're going to start, is somewhere in that range, $5, $10, $20,000, somewhere in there. So that's going to be one virtual account. In this account, this is the account that you're going to be doing your serious paper trading in, where you're working to prove a track record to yourself to show I am ready to make that leap to real money trading. The second virtual account that I want you to open up, maybe you would choose one of these, a $100,000 or $250,000 one. And this is what I like to call your playground account or your sandbox account. In this account, anything goes, right? There are no mistakes. There is only learning. And I want to give yourself, you need to give yourself the freedom, the permission to go out there and have an account where it's okay to do anything you want. And this might be the place where you start as you're learning how to push the buttons. I've seen so many students where they're brand new and they're afraid to get into a paper trade in their serious paper trading account because they don't want to mess it up and start off with a bad track record. Well, let's put that fear to the side. Let's open up a sandbox account, if you will, and go out there and just get into stuff. It doesn't matter if it's at a good buy point or not. It doesn't matter if it's a pretty trend. Let's look at Apple here, for example. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This is not a very pretty trend. But why not just go buy some shares in Apple just to learn how to push the buttons, which, by the way, in one of the next videos, we will do that exact thing. But I think it is very beneficial to have that playground account or sandbox account to where you can just go out there and with no pressure, just practice. So with that, I want you to come join us for the next video where we're going to go over some settings and profiles in Charts by TRADEway to get things set up a little better before we jump into further training and executing trades.